Well, welcome to assignment number 2, and this is the fall. It's November 23rd, 2021, and we're about to release the assignment number 2 files. So this is just a recording to walk you through what to expect. It's very similar to assignment number 1, except focus on chapters 7 to 12. So under content on FOL, this will become available. Under review assignments, assignment number 2 will be open, and you will see that in there. There'll be a link to this introductory video, and then there'll be these 4 files. There are the introduction PowerPoint, so if you click on that, you can download it or just view it on FOL. In here, it gives you a little introduction of what the situation is. You've been hired by the shareholder Tamara Green to do some transactions for February of 2021. You're going to do some inventory calculations, a bank rec, some worksheet, some financial statements. You'll journalize any adjustments, and then you'll do some financial ratios, which you have yet to learn, but you will shortly over the next 2 weeks. It walks through the various steps. You'll prepare the journal entries for February based on the instructions included in the file. You'll be asked to enter the opening balances on the opening balance sheet and post those journal entries. There'll be a bank rec, etc. So you see these various steps, including the 10-column worksheet that you may recall from chapter 6. And then there's some analysis under section H or instruction H. There are some analysis you'll be expected to perform. After you've completed this work, there is a self-checking checklist, which I'll show you in a moment, that I'm asking you to compare your files to. That should give you an idea whether you're on the right track or not. You can reach out to me, of course, please, anytime up to the morning before the final test, which I believe is December 13th. I will post that to confirm that as well in another announcement. But as long as you give me at least 24 hours prior to the final test, I can give you feedback whether you're on the right track or what are you doing wrong if you are doing anything wrong. The final test is worth 30%, just like test number 1 was. The assignment itself is not worth anything. You don't have to submit it, but you need to do it in order to do the final test. On the final test on FOL, about half the questions will be based on the assignment. So you'll need that handy to answer and provide those responses. The other half will be based on questions on theory and situational based on chapters 7 to 12. Okay, so this walks you through what to expect. The assignment file will open the end of this week. This is week 12. The checklist will be available right away. Obviously, you can reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll confirm the final date and time of the FOL quiz or the test number 2. I'm pretty sure it's December 13th. I'll verify that after this time. You only have 1 attempt, and yeah, good luck. The other components or files in here, you'll have both the Excel version if you prefer to use that, or the PDF version if you want to print it out and do it on paper. So whatever version works for you. So if you pop that open, you'll see it walks through in the same situation, same look and feel as what you saw in the first review assignment. Classified balance sheet, some other balances noted, what customers owe you or what suppliers you owe. So AR and AP subledgers, if you recall that. Some extra information around, bank loan interest rate, what the monthly principal payment is, how many units are in the opening inventory number. That's important. Our chart of accounts is included. Then as you scroll through, there are some transactions, okay, focused on inventory. Initially, some payment of rent, some payroll items, some payments or receipts. Okay, so walk through these various transactions, as well as the 10-column worksheet, and we've given you some adjusting entries to perform, etc. Okay, following down, there's some blank pages, not sure why, so there's a space to put your journal entries. And then keep going. The general ledger for the various accounts. So just like you did in assignment number 1, you'll want to post the general ledger. Okay, after that, there is the inventory worksheet based on weighted average cost of that inventory. Then there are the information required for the bank rec, which we just covered this week in chapter 10, right? Yes, chapter 10. So you have the bank rec details, you have the Bank of Canada info, the GL detail, and then some extra supporting information that you'll need to know and apply appropriately. The bank reconciliation statement, okay. And then the 10-column worksheet, just like what we did in chapter 6. And I think the last couple of pages are the classified balance sheet as of January 31st, 2021. And then you're asked to prepare the income statement, multi-step income statement for February 28th. The calculation of retained earnings. And the balance sheet as of February 28th. Lastly is the various ratio analysis. So calculate the current ratio. Is it good or bad? Do some explanations. Okay, you'll want to perform this work to be ready for the final test. And I believe that's it in the file. There's just some blank pages. I will try to fix that before you open it. Okay, and the last thing is the checklist that I referenced earlier in this little chat. It presents some of the information, the data points that you should result in if you've performed the calculations correctly. So use this as your first checkpoint and reach out to me if you have any questions. I just see a spelling mistake. I'll fix the master file. All right, good luck. And again, reach out if you have any questions.